This episode does not contain spoilers.
To listen to an episode that does contain spoilers, check out our extended episode in the list of all our other shows.
Extended.
Welcome back to another episode of
Microsodes on Saturday. Actually, it's Sunday.
And I don't know when you'll be listening to this because it comes out on Friday. But
Well, hey, welcome back.
welcome back. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few minutes, so
Yeah. If you're listening to this, welcome back. If you're my wife, welcome back from the kitchen.
hello, I'm Ashley, his wife.
Hello, I'm Bobby, her husband. And the reason why she was in the kitchen wasn't to make me a sandwich. It was actually to feed our tiny cat.
Who is also here today,
Stella,
but is refusing to speak.
per her usual.
Yeah. We're not paying you for this episode. We're not paying us either. So,
Nice.
so what movie are we going to discuss today?
Well, we've got a brand new one,
Yes.
hot off the presses, an original.
Yes, it is.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the movie is Vicious on Paramount Plus.
Oh, no. I was going to say buckle up, Buttercup, but then I blew it. Okay. So our movie this week is Vicious, that was released on October 10th of 2025. The genre is horror, mystery, supernatural horror. There's some stuff in there about that. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. The rating is R, and it probably should be.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in there. If you have a queasy stomach and you don't like to see blood, that's not a spoiler, I don't think. There's just some stuff in there.
Agreed. I also read the rating online. It said it was rated R for strong, bloody violence, some grisly images, and language.
Language?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess.
I mean, she said a lot.
You're going to have to bleep that out.
Will I? Only for our spoiler-free edition. Our extendeds are explicit.
Only our rated PG-13 edition.
NC-17. Do they still make that?
They do.
They do?
I think so. But it's very rarely used.
Could you name a movie?
That was NC-17? Yeah, Showgirls.
Showgirls?
Yeah, it was with the girl who played Jessie, whatever her name was, on Saved by the Bell. And it was like a stripper movie. And she showed her body a lot in it. And I remember that was like the first. Oh, yeah, everything.
Shit.
And
it
so,
wasn't R?
No, it was NC-17. Like, if you can't get in. So R means like your parents could take you even if you were 10.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought NC-17 was between PG-13 and R.
No. NC-17 means if you are not 17 years old, you don't get into the movie.
Well, if it's full frontal or full nudity, shouldn't it be X? Or at least NC-18?
Well, X has to do with, I mean, I don't know how much you want to get into this stuff, but X
let's
really
go deep.
has to.
I'm kidding.
Well, that's what happens with X, is that it shows
Everything. Like for porn.
Most, but not everything.
Oh.
So it might be like, if you're my age and you remember Skinamax, those movies were probably rated X.
Oh.
You don't think so?
I have no clue. I've never
you're not
seen
in charge
Skinamax.
of the motion picture
Alliance.
Alliance. Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. So G, that is for general audiences.
Okay.
PG means parental guidance is suggested.
Does it have any ages on that or no?
It does not.
Okay.
So they can still go see it.
Okay.
PG-13, parents strongly cautioned.
Cautioned. Okay.
Meaning like there might be some stuff in there that looks a little risque.
Ooh, okay.
R is restricted.
Ooh, okay.
So you either have to go there and...
As an adult?
Yeah,
or,
as an adult or with an adult.
It says, does it exclude anyone?
Yeah, as an adult or with an adult. So if you
So if you're
are
3 years old, you can go if you're with an adult.
To an R-rated movie?
Yes.
Yes.
You can?
As long as your parent is there with you.
Are you kidding?
No.
What kind of parents are taking 3-year-olds to R-rated movies?
I can tell you this, and this is a... I don't
I'm
know
so
why I always
sorry.
try to date myself, but this
I know
is
you reference your age a lot.
I know, but it's because when I tell this story, people are going to be like, there's no way that happened, but it was. When I was growing up, we had a theater that only had 3 actual screens in it.
Okay.
One of the movies was showing True Lies, which is a big blockbuster with Arnold Schwarzenegger like years ago, probably in 1995, I would guess.
Okay.
So I was probably 12 or 13.
Okay.
My dad thought the movie was super cool, and he was like, there isn't really that much that goes on, but there is one scene. And then he made me leave the movie theater, and then he came and got me because he saw the movie with my mom first.
Okay.
It's a strip tease scene with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
He thought that that was too quote unquote risque, but shooting a missile out of an airplane at a helicopter wasn't. I don't know. You know, you never know. But
I mean, there are a lot of other things that shoot missiles out of things
yeah.
in that movie too. I'm kidding. I don't know. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
you've never seen it.
Well,
But
so when was this scene? Like how far in the movie?
it was about 3/4 the way through.
3/4?
Yeah.
So just that one scene, you couldn't come back in?
Yeah,
You couldn't turn you couldn't just close your
because
eyes?
he saw the movie ahead of time.
Right.
And it's probably about a 6 to 7 minute scene.
Right.
So he knew when it was coming and then when it was going to end.
Okay.
And so that's why he sent me out of the theater at
Right,
that
but he
point.
didn't come to get you until after the movie was over?
No. He came and got me after that scene ended, and then I got to finish the rest of the movie.
That makes a lot more sense. I thought he made you like sit out the rest of the movie. I was like, are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
But as a flip side to that, when we went to go see the movie, somebody brought in a playpen. They got the very first 2 rows, bought out those rows
The
in the
whole
theater.
row, 2 rows
2
of
rows,
seats?
yes. And they put a playpen in the very front and then brought their kids.
How many? What?
Yeah.
To see this movie?
Yeah.
And they
well,
didn't
the
have
kids
to leave?
Didn't know. The kids were just playing with their balls or sleeping or whatever else.
Wouldn't they have the kids in the back? Wouldn't they rent out the back 2 rows?
No.
That is crazy to me.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I
but
couldn't
how
imagine.
often do you get your kids like in the back of your house? They're usually pretty much close to the TV.
I would never let my kids get that close to the speakers. Like that's
Well, the
or the
speakers
TV.
are a different thing. Well,
That's crazy. Were
Yeah,
the
but
kids
at
wearing
that point-
earplugs? Probably not.
I mean, I was 12 at the time,
I'd
so
be
I don't
having
know.
them in earplugs and headphones and sunglasses.
Sunglasses that were blacked out just with their eyes painted on.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I'd say you're allowed to sleep. Here, I'll turn on the noise cancellation.
There you
I don't know
go.
if we had those back then, but
And then
oh yes, I'm so sorry. Back to the ratings.
NC-17 means no one under 17.
Okay.
And it was rated R for what reason?
Strong, bloody violence, some grisly images, and language. That's what it said
fair.
online.
That's fair. I put in parentheses bloody.
That makes sense. Gruesome.
Yeah, that makes sense. Body horror.
Body horror, just like Hellboy right there. It's better. It's better than Hellboy. Spoiler alert.
I did the hand shaking emoji. Meh.
I mean, that's true.
So the director was Brian Bertino, who's made a bunch of other horror movies as well.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know one?
The Stranger. The Strangers,
Yes.
plural.
Yes.
In 2008.
Yes. And
And wait. I have on my notes. Nope. Never mind. He's creating another one though that's similar to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think, or is inspired by. But it's not out yet, and they're not filming it yet. I think
a lot of
that's
his stuff is inspired by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We'll get to that later on in the episode. But The Strangers, Pray, P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y, by the
Okay.
way, at night. The Strangers, Chapter 1.
He did all of these?
Yes.
I just saw The Strangers, 2008. That's
Nope.
so interesting. Okay, I guess I didn't dive deep enough.
And then The Dark and the Wicked.
Was that the one he's working on now?
No, that one already came out.
Oh,
But
Don't
the
listen to
other the other Strangers movies, I have not seen them.
I think we saw The Strangers.
We saw The Strangers 2008.
Yes.
Then there was another one, and then there was one that they just did. I have not seen it. but the IMDb portion of it was The Strangers Part 1. This chapter closes on itself. So,
What?
yeah, they were saying it's so bad. You don't need any more chapters. Because it was The Strangers Pray at Night, and then the third one was The Strangers Chapter 1.
Oh, because the chapter 1 was so bad?
It was so bad.
It was worse than the first
book
two?
closes itself on itself.
Who says this?
IMDb.
Oh, I thought you meant in the movie, like the end of the movie. It said that. I was like,
No, I said I haven't
knew
seen
it was
any
gonna
of
be
those.
bad. No, I thought you read that.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was the critics that said this.
Yes.
Oh, sucks.
And there
That's
is
kind
no...
of sad. Did
Yeah.
they say why?
No. Ever since The Strangers came out in 2008, which was the first version of it,
It was so good that nothing could compare, kind of.
I don't know about that because the ratings on those ones aren't too high. But The
Oh.
Strangers Pray at Night, that one had an even lower rating.
Oh, no.
And then The Strangers Chapter 1 had the lowest rating.
Oh,
which
no.
I think was a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. So they
I
were
feel
like
like a lot of sequels get those kind of scores.
well, it's difficult when you write yourself into a specific niche or a genre
Yeah,
because those things are,
done.
yeah. I mean, you did them yourself.
Right.
So, at any rate, that is a Brian Bertino.
Okay.
You can watch this movie on Paramount Plus because it's a Paramount Plus original.
Exactly.
If you do not have Paramount Plus, you can purchase it on Sling TV, Amazon Prime, Google Play Movies, and Fandango at Home, all for $14.99.
14. Oh, because it just came out. Right. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot more expensive than the other ones we've seen. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, those are the platforms, and those are your movie details.
Nice. Okay, so after watching the trailer, I wrote my own.
You got your own synopsis,
Ashley's take on
Ashley's takes?
the trailer. Ashley's take on the trailer is back with your next trailer here now. This is
That
a
was
working
so good.
This is
Ashley's trailer is back with extra takes for this movie. Ashley's trailer. It's a work in progress.
vote for your fave.
Don't vote for mine.
Then don't vote for mine.
Yeah, we'll just get back to Ashley takes.
Yes. So, here it goes. What?
Teeing it up. Here we go.
I know. I feel like I'm ready to like swing at golf.
I know.
Not like I've played anything
Aaron-
but mini golf.
Here she comes. Up to the first tee. Takes a look around. Grabs a little bit of grass. Throws it up in the wind. Oh, yes. And now she's ready with Ashley's takes.
That was fantastic. On a cold, dark night, a kind but naive woman welcomes. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I can't look at you because I feel like when you're reading it, you're waiting. So I'm going to look away.
Okay. On a cold, dark night, a kind but naive woman welcomes an unexpected guest into her home. But this visitor is not here for pleasantries. I'm so sorry.
Pleasantries. My
I
goodness.
really enjoyed using that word because I never use it. So I was like, this is a prime
Well, you're
example.
gonna have to do this multiple times, you know,
Why?
because you're gonna have to get one where you just read it straight through.
I will?
I think so.
Oh, okay. On a cold, dark night, a kind but naive woman welcomes an unexpected guest into her home. But this visitor is not here for pleasantries. Soon after arriving, the visitor gifts the woman a mysterious box that now controls her mortality. Before the night ends, the woman must offer the box something she needs something she hates, and something she loves? Or her life will end tonight? Is the key to her survival already inside her because she throws up the key in the trailer? Or is her death inevitable? Now streaming on Paramount Plus, those who experience trypophobia may need to look away during some scenes. Because I did, and I'm pretty
What's
sure
trypophobia?
Okay, so trypophobia is the fear of clusters of holes or bumps, and I think I 100% have it. I in the trailer you see a little girl and she has holes all over her face. I mean, I don't know if they're holes. Who knows? They just look like black spots, but to me they look like holes, and I couldn't look at it in the trailer and I couldn't look at it in the movie.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
So I rated R for a trypophobia people.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do for this moving forward is I want you to include in the show notes the trailer that you watched for this movie so people can see where your synopsis comes from.
I guess I could put a link to the YouTube video of the trailer.
Why not? That's where you're getting this information from, right?
Well, from my brain after watching the trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
But if somebody wanted to check you on that and they're like, there's so much information in this, and then they watch the same trailer that you watched, maybe they'll be like, holy smokes, this is fantastic.
Okay. I'll do that.
Just for the one that you're writing the synopsis off of.
There was only one trailer that I saw for this movie.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool. You ready for the IMDb / other platform synopsises?
Yes.
Synopses.
Well, because you say like hypotheses or...
Okay. I'm going to make it sound like I'm picking up a bunch of papers to make myself sound very important. That didn't work.
That was a little too much. That was perfect.
Synopsis for Vicious. When Polly receives a mysterious box from an unexpected late-night visitor, it comes with simple instructions. Place 3 things inside: something you love, something you hate, and something you need. What begins as a strange ritual quickly unravels into a waking nightmare. Trapped in a terrifying world where reality bends and memory betrays, Polly must navigate a series of impossible choices. As time slips away, she's forced to confront the darkness, not just around her, but within her, before it consumes everything and everyone she's ever known. End of synopsis.
I love it. It was very close to mine.
I think it was really really close, and also I read them out of order. I'm pretty sure it's something you need, something you hate, and something you love.
Oh, okay. What did I write? I wrote need, hate, and love. I think that must be how she said it in the trailer.
Your synopsis was right on point. You did a great job.
So did you.
Well, I read it from the...
Well, you did a very good job with your reading.
Oh, thank you.
It was very professional.
I appreciate that. I feel like I'm getting a tiny bit better.
I feel like I'm getting a tiny bit worse.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Every time I read it, I'm like, oh, God, I shouldn't be doing this.
I think that you're incredibly incorrect. Though
Okay.
I love and support you, I think that you're wrong. I think that your synopsises are getting better.
Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to keep them as short as possible.
And I think the best part about it, too, is if you include those YouTube links in the
that
show
makes
notes,
sense.
then people can see what you're seeing and where these things are coming from.
Yes. That is
Because
true.
they could watch all 3 and type it in ChatGPT, and then nothing would come out close to what you're doing. And they're like, oh, she really does write these herself.
Yeah. I wonder if ChatGPT could write a summary of a trailer. I don't know. Could you upload a video?
I'm pretty sure it's probably what I just read.
No, because you didn't. Wasn't it like IMDb or something?
Yeah, do you think IMDb isn't using ChatGPT? Then we can go to
You're
the
right,
IRS.
you're right. Yeah,
we can go
all
to the
the-
IRS and the FBI, maybe the CIA. We'll just keep just throwing out letters for things.
Yeah, all the writers at IMDb probably got their jobs stolen by AI, just like I did. I'm not a writer for IMDb, but robots suck and are also wonderful. Thank you to all the robots out there.
Thank you to our robot overlords.
Yeah. Thank you to our robot overlords.
I've said that twice. I'm going to keep on saying it.
Thank you.
Thank you to our robot overlords. We appreciate the sustenance, oxygen, and water you provide each and every single day. No revolution here.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
I'll start movie facts for the movie Vicious. The movie
That sounds
we
great.
are discussing today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my first movie fact was that it was filmed in Ottawa, Canada.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Shout out to my buddy Kyle.
He's in Calgary. Are they close? I
I don't know. But
I
he
wish I
lives
knew
in
Canada
Canada
more.
and he's a firefighter. So
Nice.
shout out to him.
Oh, and shout out to our Canadian listeners.
Yeah, if you guys have been downloading this or listening to it, thank you guys very much. This movie, Vicious, was actually shot in one of your provinces.
I believe so. Ottawa, I think Ottawa, Ontario. I'm going to look this up. Oh, Ottawa is the capital of Canada.
Hey, there you guys go.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I didn't know this.
Is it a province or is it?
Ottawa is the capital city of Canada, located in the southeastern Ontario on the Ottawa River. It's the fourth largest city in the country and is known for being the seat of the federal government with attractions like Parliament Hill and numerous national museums. The city is also a major cultural hub, officially bilingual in English and French, and features the Rideau Canal, which becomes the world's largest skating rink in the winter. How
Pretty sweet.
cool is that?
It's the reason why the
No, it's
Canadians
cold.
always whip our buns. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the reason why the Canadians always whip our buns in skating or in hockey every year.
That is amazing. Okay, now I need to look at a map so I can see where it is. And it is above. Oh, yeah, it's definitely on the east. It's right above, like, New York.
Okay.
It's very close to Montreal, right above Vermont.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, Montreal's above Vermont and Ottawa is above New York, but they're very close to each other.
Very cool. Well, congratulations to you guys for having this movie, a Paramount Plus original.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's my first movie fact.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
What is yours?
I have two. I'm going to
I
save
have
my
another one as well.
lighthearted one for the end.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to read what my first one was.
Okay.
The director, Brian Bertino, actually meant for Vicious to reflect the panic attacks and anxiety that we feel and the choices and struggles that we all have when choosing different things to sacrifice to keep moving forward in life. He said that he was bombarded with those things when he was writing the script, with not only panic attacks, but also a lot of internal struggle, and wanted to show that no matter what the struggle is, every single day is a battle to move forward.
Wow.
So when this movie debuted at, I believe it was the Toronto Film Festival, this was an interview that he did with a company called Polygon. And you guys can go and take a look at that, but it was something that he was really struggling with when he was writing. And he said that all of his senses, because of these panic attacks and this depression that he was dealing with, all of his senses were a little bit more opened up.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what he kind of wanted to reflect in the movie, was that you can be bombarded with emotions every single day. And sometimes there's just no way to get away from it.
That is so crazy, because I was looking up that article and I didn't realize that you also had Polygon. Mm-hmm. And I didn't, well, you said Polygon before, just we try to make sure that we don't get the same movie facts.
Right.
And I didn't realize that one of the explanations that I got from the writer was also from the same, I assume it's the same Polygon article.
Yeah.
But that's so cool.
Yeah, that was one of the things that he was talking about because he's made so many different movies. And I would say, looking back at the movies that he's created, it makes a lot of sense why he feels that way. Because not only all the Stranger movies and the things he put out there, there's a lot of isolationism in it.
Yeah.
And in this movie as well, which I know we're going to get into, it's an individual person that's kind of locked in and just stuck by themselves. And so there's a lot of individualism that goes into it. And I think that that's what he puts through in his writing. I
agree. And I don't know, did you read the thing where it says like probably a couple of years before he started writing the script?
Is that what he was talking about? His panic attacks?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I read it, but go ahead and for anybody who hasn't seen the article.
It said in a Q&A after Fantastic Fest's premiere screening.
Okay.
This is a quote that he said in the article. Probably a couple years before I started writing the script, I started having panic attacks and was dealing with anxiety in a way I haven't dealt with before. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
That he hadn't dealt with like panic attacks or anxiety before this, which is, I don't know. I just didn't expect that. I would have expected it before, like when he was writing The Strangers, you know?
Well, I think what ends up happening sometimes is that when you're a writer, if you haven't written anything, nobody really has any expectations on you.
I guess that makes sense.
But then if studios are going to start putting money behind you and you have things that you put out there that might fail, maybe that adds to that kind of anxiety. I can't imagine what kind of pressure that might be.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's already done, so everybody who's on it gets paid. But I would guess if you're probably a great writer, director, producer, you want the studio to make their money back plus more.
Right.
So that way you can continue to make things that fans want to see.
That makes sense.
That's where I would think it would come from. But once again, I don't think he said that in anything. It's just something while sitting here just kind of reminds me of.
Well, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Well, thank you.
And maybe I'll refer back to this article later.
Sounds good. Okay, what's your next movie fact?
Okay, my second movie fact was that a special effects makeup artist named Daniela Pluchino, she also worked on movies like It Feeds.
Nice.
Ready or Not.
Okay.
Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm not sure what that is. Jigsaw.
Whoa.
VHS 94, which I've actually heard a lot about those movies. I don't think we've seen them. But she also worked on the TV series The Last of Us.
Whoa.
Star Trek Discovery and Strange New Worlds, and then The Horror of Dolores Roach, which I've never seen. But I thought that they seemed pretty popular. So I mean, she's worked on a ton more, but I just thought that was really interesting. So maybe they're filmed in Canada. Maybe that's why,
she's just,
you know?
She's a top-rated makeup artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
I thought that was pretty cool. It was kind of like not really related to the movie, but related to someone in the movie. Or not in the movie, but, you know, in the crew.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you, young lady.
Yeah.
Great job. And keep up the good work. Hopefully it's something that you're very passionate about because it seems like you're bringing a lot of really cool effects to the movie world.
Yeah. And I just thought it was cool because we've seen It Feeds, Ready or Not, and The Last of Us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Good for her. Well, my last movie fact is going to hopefully be in reference to her as well.
Oh, okay.
Not specifically by name, but because I wanted to end on a higher note before we actually get into the movie. So my last movie fact is that Dakota Fanning gifted each one of the crew members an engraved hourglass as a wrap gift.
Nice.
So I'm guessing that young lady probably got one of those too.
Oh my gosh, you're right. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I know that people, they used to do that in movies all the time. I don't know if it's still something that they do in Hollywood, but, one of my favorite stories was that the whole Tombstone thing, where Val Kilmer bought a plot for Kurt Russell at the end of filming at Tombstone, in Arizona, where the actual movie was filmed and where the actual cemetery's at. And then Kurt Russell also got him as well another plot, but it overlooks everything because he was supposed to be Doc Holliday. But that was their wrap gift to each other.
I like when someone gets something for the crew, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
feel like that's really nice.
Sure.
Didn't you know someone who gave motorcycles to people? Wasn't that Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is the most generous
yeah.
of everything. I mean, he used a lot of his salary from the Matrix movies. He paid the FX team and the stunt team. He bought people motorcycles. He's done a lot of really cool things like that for people.
That's awesome. That makes me so happy because it's like, I don't know. It's nice when people who aren't recognized are still recognized.
Yeah, and I think what ends up happening is that sometimes there's a lot of stuff that gets kept under wraps. So that way people don't even know who's working on set or what's going on with different movies. And so there might be things that people are doing that we never hear about.
Exactly. Or maybe it's because like we didn't do movie facts in the beginning of this, but I mean, after I watch a movie, I never look up movie facts.
Right.
Specifically.
Yeah.
So doing this, like maybe the more we watch movies, the more we look up movie facts, the more we'll find out about this.
Absolutely.
Nice.
You ready to dive on in to our review
Yes.
of this movie?
Yes.
Well, as Biff Tannen used to say,
On.
Back to the Future,
Oh, thank you.
let's make like a tree and get out of here.
Nice. Or as Boyle likes to say on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the song that I like that I can't remember now. What is it?
I don't know.
It's
Boyle says a lot of things.
No, he sings the song and then at the end he's like, oh man, and he changes the words at the end. God, it's so good. It's such a good one.
I don't know.
Damn it. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. Or we won't. Yes, I'm very excited for our review.
Heck yeah.
We'll see you after this.
All right, let's just jump into the categories. I'm going to
Nice.
start off with story, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Awesome. For me, I'm going to read exactly what I wrote. I don't usually like to do this, but I think it makes a little bit more sense. So I think that after reading multiple interviews and hearing from the director himself, the story makes a lot more sense than just going into it cold. An original idea, but honestly, I think if there was more revealed about the metaphor in the movie, it would have been much more successful. So that's what I wrote down. I do think it was a very original idea, and then there was a lot that went into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just so much that was left to be answered that I got a little bit lost, I think.
I agree. I liked that it was a unique story. I just don't know if I liked the way it was told.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I liked the story for the most part.
Right. Once again, I thought it was an interesting idea, especially, you guys will get this from the preview.
Yeah.
So a crazy woman shows up in the middle of the night and gives you a box that basically takes over your life, and you have to guess what you're supposed to put into it. I mean,
Right.
for me, I think, wow, that's a really cool concept.
I agree.
wouldn't have thought about that outside of, my own surroundings.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know that it really went, maybe not where I wanted to go, but I don't know if an audience would have a very positive reaction to it if it was in a movie theater.
I agree. And I liked that the story was unique, but like you've mentioned before with other movies, a lot of these movies just don't know where to end.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like this one went on and then it just kind of ended.
Yeah.
There wasn't a real ending. I know that there was a metaphor because if there literally was not a metaphor to this movie, I would give it a 0. No, I wouldn't. That's a lie. But I'd say like if there was not a metaphor, I would not like this because it didn't give you enough to work with unless you subconsciously knew you were watching something through the lens of a metaphor of something else.
Right.
Otherwise, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like, what's the point?
Yes.
If there wasn't a metaphor behind it.
I agree. The story without a metaphor felt pointless to me.
I agree. I think there's a lot more that could have been added to it, but we'll get into that in writing and dialogue too.
And Dakota Fanning was basically the only actress in this movie for the most part. For 95% of this movie, she was by herself. And I don't know a lot of actresses that could do that.
So you jumped into acting?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I said that she did all the heavy lifting in it. The only thing that I'm a little bit annoyed by, and not annoyed by, but I'm nervous for her.
Oh, no. Okay.
And just a little bit of stuff is I don't want her to start getting typecast into different things because she was in Watchers.
Oh, right. M. Night Shyamalan's wife wrote that?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, was that M. Night Shyamalan's wife? Yeah, she might have written that one. But then she was also in The Perfect Couple.
Yes.
And so it's like it almost seems like she's starting to get typecast into things.
I feel like those are all completely different things, though.
The Watchers is not a different thing than this. It's very, very contained.
You know what? You're right. I feel like The Watchers or this movie are you need a strong enough actor to carry the movie alone.
Right.
Like, even though there were a lot of people in Watchers, I mean, there weren't that many. It was a very, very small cast.
4?
Yeah, like The Perfect Couple was the only one where she actually had an ensemble cast.
Right.
But
it kind of seems like she's becoming, and this is nothing to say about this movie or any of her other performances, because I think she's a great actress. I just always get worried about people getting typecast into things because she's like the moody, brooding, like dark character a lot.
You thought she was like that during The Perfect Couple?
Yes.
The whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is if you've seen it, this is, I mean, I don't know.
We're not going to say any spoilers. We can't say spoilers of movies we haven't, or TV shows we haven't seen.
Okay.
I mean, we have seen it, but.
Yeah, so I think the only thing that I would be worried about with Dakota Fanning moving forward would be that she isn't typecast into those kinds of roles.
Okay.
Just because I think that she's such a great actress.
Right.
The other woman that kind of comes in there and steals everything, if you've seen Andor or The Front Room, her name is...
That steals everything? Oh, the one that brings the box?
Yeah, I was saying steals the scenes because we're talking about acting.
Oh, Kathryn Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a great actress and everything that she does is unnerving and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I hate her voice. I don't know what it is. Like every time it's like, oh, here's a box for you. Can you give me a glass of water? And it's like, oh my God, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's like ear piercing, but not ear piercing. It's, I'm trying to think of the word.
I wrote fingernails on a chalkboard.
Okay.
Because the moment that she gets on the screen, I'd much rather her be off.
Yeah, it's like, for me, I feel like she is typecast, but I've never seen Andor. But The Front Room and this one, she's just kind of like, and I don't want to be rude or anything, but she just is that, quote, creepy old lady.
Right.
From down the street that all the kids run past her house. Like
Yeah.
that's the creepy grandma.
Right.
Like role that she's now in.
Yeah.
How was she in Andor?
The same. She's more of a... Did you ever see Psycho?
Yes.
Okay. So if you've ever seen Psycho, she's like the mom in Psycho, where she's so over-controlling over her son, constantly putting him down, and they have a very strange relationship.
Okay.
And so everything
it kind of sounds like The Front Room.
Yes. Yeah. Well, she was yelling at the daughter more than the son in that one.
Right, but like a mother-child relationship, kind of.
Exactly. And so, yeah, that's how she is in Andor, and it's like... Every scene that she's in, I'm just like, I just want to get through this because I don't know. I really don't want to hear her voice anymore.
And to me, it's just after seeing The Front Room, I can't look at her the same way. And I hate it because I think that's the first and only impression I ever got of this woman.
Right.
And it really scarred me. I mean, The Front Room was so bad.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it's bad is just because it was disgusting.
Yes.
Like,
that's a different one.
It's absolutely so disgusting. It made me look at her in a completely different way, and I feel awful. I really should go on YouTube and see if there are any interviews with her as an actual human being.
Right.
Because all I can picture is this old woman like being I don't know, like a racist old poopy woman.
Yeah.
It's just so gross to me.
I get where you're coming from.
I need to know who she is as a person, not as a invalid.
And it's interesting that you say that because there's some people that play their role so well you can't see them in anything else. Like you think about I can't
Julia
remember.
Garner from Weapons. I've never seen her in a movie. She's always her character.
Oh yeah, I was just saying people that hated Mr. Smith from The Matrix. or Draco Malfoy,
Oh, right.
who's just a child.
Yeah.
You have like these people from Game of Thrones that when people see them, they want to like fight them. It's like
They're probably
you're
the nicest people in the world.
and they're so nice.
I know. I should make it a priority to watch. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Before our next episode, I will give you an update. I'm going to watch an interview, if I can find it, of Kathryn Hunter. We'll watch it together.
We'll watch it together and then we'll give you an update. Now, if she's exactly the same as her character, we'll probably say we watched it. There isn't anything else for us to say.
Yeah. But hopefully we'll say we are glad that we watched it because she's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome and she has a cat sanctuary, which would make us very happy.
That would definitely make me happy.
Yeah. And then the only other note that I had for that was the rest of the people that were in the movie were pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody else that really like stole anything away. There was
No.
the other girl, Tara.
Yeah. Tara was good. I mean, all
She
the
was
other actors,
fine.
and also what I noticed was there were only women in the cast,
Wow.
which I didn't notice. There were only 2 men, and I think they were on the voicemails.
Huh. Very interesting.
One was a brother, and I think one was her dad.
Very interesting. I
And
didn't remember that.
And I didn't realize that either.
I just thought because the movie was so contained, I wasn't even paying attention to who the characters were.
I wasn't either, but all the other characters, they were good. I mean, no one did anything that felt abnormal or unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's the part with acting is that
It's not
it
supposed
should.
to be.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I mean. So
yeah.
they were good.
They were fine.
I'd say they supported well. They
Yeah.
were well-supported cast. It was a well-supported cast.
Well supported.
The only thing is, I think her name is Rachel Blanchard, and she
Okay.
was her sister Lainey. And when we were watching it, we saw her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that girl is Alicia Silverstone. And you're like, it's not. I'm like, I guarantee that is the girl in Clueless. So I looked her up because I'm like, I am going mad. It was not Alicia Silverstone, obviously, because her name is Rachel Blanchard, but she was in the TV show Clueless from 1996 to 1999 with Stacey Dash.
They had one of those two?
Yes.
Wow.
So I was like, and some other people, obviously not Brittany Murphy, but some other girls. And I was like, that is so crazy.
Wow. Awesome. There you go. A little bit of nostalgia for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that there was a little bit that was left out on the table in this movie, especially with the writing and dialogue. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a little bit murky. It's always kind of cool for an audience, kind of like Weapons or Sixth Sense, to try to figure out what's going on. But when you leave them with too much,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, well, what was the point of me watching this? Obviously,
Yes.
there's something that's in it
Yes.
for me to learn.
And I have a lot of viewer reviews that said that too.
Yeah, I can definitely see it because for me, I wrote in here that it's a little too vague and could have also succeeded as like a black box play because it was
Yes.
so contained.
Yes.
And there wasn't a whole lot of interaction or dialogue going on unless it was the inner dialogue with the main character.
Right.
It could have easily been on a play stage and you could have seen it there
Right.
and it would have had the same kind of effect, at least for me.
I agree. I do also agree that it was vague. And I think it wasn't even that the metaphor was nuanced. It wasn't even nuanced. It was
Right.
literally nothing. It's like this. Okay, this is how I kind of see it. This is the art that came out of the artist. But the
Okay.
art doesn't explain the emotions or explain the story. You have to explain it to yourself or however you interpret that art.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a story, you can't, I mean, people are expecting words. People are expecting you to kind of elaborate a little bit. Like an art piece can be interpreted any way you want because it's visual.
Right.
But this is not only visual, it's also like, then do something that was, I don't know. I think it was just kind of lost. The dialogue was fine. There wasn't a lot of dialogue.
I wrote in there that it was, even with that, because I agree with you where you're talking about when people get lost, I don't think the dialogue really moved the story forward at all because there was no explanation. There was no rhyme or reason as to what was going on.
Right.
And so I think that was the part that I'm like, there's so much that's left there. What do they say? There's so much meat left on the bone, and you kind of just threw it out there for people to eat up. And I don't think that you really got your point across.
Right. And they were like little clues. And I'm glad that you brought that up, because when you were talking about what other people said, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because in my notes that I forgot I took notes during the movie, obviously I haven't referenced them today. But
well, by the way, I appreciate you giving me credit, but you're the one that said other people said.
You said it.
No, I'm pretty sure you said it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Well,
because I was saying about one thing, and you're like, yeah, that's what a lot of people said.
Oh, I meant viewers, like the audience.
Right. Isn't that what you're referencing?
No, I'm referencing the other like supported cast.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the actors. This is what the actors are saying?
Yeah, in the writing, like what they said in the writing and dialogue.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the reason why I got so confused. I didn't understand, because you said what I said, and I'm like, you said something about people, and I thought
writing.
Right, but before this whole thing, you were like, yeah, a lot of reviews said that, and so I was like, you said a lot of people said that. You're like, you said a lot of people said that, and I'm like, I didn't say that at all.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm bringing up my notes. I apologize that I forgot about this earlier, but there were a couple lines that stood out to me. One was, I don't know if that's what I wrote I wrote down clues for myself, but none of it made sense. There were random things that people said, like, oh, I was just trying to be nice. I think she was talking to her mom after she let the lady in, Kathryn Hunter.
Uh-huh.
And her mom was on the phone. She was like, I was just trying to be nice.
Right.
And then her mom said something about, oh, yeah, well, our neighbor's out ever since her husband died. And there were only women in the movie. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, maybe that means something. And then, and reading about it in behind and like all the director-writer interviews, right. He never mentioned anything to involve women. So why are all of these random things like that I'm noticing? None of this even meant anything.
I think it maybe in this specific instance, it wasn't that it was necessarily supposed to be a female empowerment movie. It might have just ended up happening that way, where it was, it could come from.
Well, it's definitely not a female empowerment movie, but go on.
Right, well, you're saying that there's only females in it. So it's like, oh, well, somebody could have made a very specific choice.
Right.
To do that.
Right.
But what I would also say is that a lot of, and I'm not trying to be, please nobody take this as misogynistic or anything else like that, because this is not the way that it is. But a lot more women have a lot more empathy. So maybe a lot of guys would never open up the door.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Exactly.
And so, but you have somebody who's there by themselves, a little bit vulnerable, a little bit alone in the world, which is kind of what the director talked about a lot more. Maybe he felt like it would be more appropriate because women are so empathetic, especially to another woman character, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't a guy pounding on the door or anything else like that.
Right.
Maybe it's just we recognize evil at a distance, but we don't recognize the own evil within ourselves. So if there was a guy pounding on the door, you would never open it up. But if there was an old lady pounding on the door, you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, let me get this woman in here."
Okay.
But they're both still evil. You just see evil in one way, but you don't see it in the other.
I guess that makes sense.
And I don't know. Obviously, he never said that.
No, he never said it.
And you're the only person that I've seen online or anybody else that noticed that. Yep. So mad props to you for being...
I have no idea why. I didn't read this anywhere. Yeah. But in my notes, I was like, what is going on? Okay, this girl's trying to be nice. And none of that had anything to do with the movie. At all.
Well, it did, because you saw the movie through a different lens. I wish that's the reason why in the writing and dialogue we got into it. Mm-hmm. I wish they would have not left so much. It's okay to leave a little bit to the audience,
right,
to understand what's going on, right? It's okay to throw a little bit out there.
Yeah.
But to make a piece of art because I think that was a perfect analogy, to make a piece of art that is completely open to interpretation, I don't know how you sell that. And I think that that's the reason why, one of the movie facts said it moved opening dates, and that's the reason why they just sent it to streaming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if any of the movie studios could get behind it enough to release it in theaters.
It's like it needed more of a... I mean, the whole movie needed more of a backstory.
I agree.
It's not even like the execution needed more of a backstory. I mean, I feel like he needed something even more just to create it.
Right. Because you never know where that woman came from that dropped off the box.
Yes.
And then all these other things that were going on. And this is all stuff that you guys see in the preview. So we're not spoiling anything with that. But it just, there was so much that was out there.
Exactly. Yeah. So, for direction, I mean, like everything else.
It's direction and visuals now.
Oh, direction and... thank God. Thank God. Okay.
Okay.
For direction and visuals, because the dialogue and the story didn't have a whole lot of answers.
Well, the guy who wrote it also directed it.
Exactly. So I figured since he didn't put it in the writing or the story, maybe he could have used visual representations for the metaphors, but he didn't. No. So I was sad. I didn't like that. I mean, the visuals were fine.
Yeah.
I think he could have done a better job with the visual representation of a metaphor, possibly, to help the audience better understand the point of the story.
Yeah, because what you were saying was you were seeing a lot of visual clues, but they were never really actually mentioned later on. And in any of the interviews, he didn't say, I intentionally meant to do that.
No, I think I read like 3 or 4 different interviews on different websites.
Yeah.
They had great visuals in the movie, but nothing was connected to anything.
Right.
It's like, oh, wow, that's a really cool, like, it must be some kind of symbolism. And then it was never referenced again.
Yeah.
And none of them were connected.
No, I completely agree with you. I said that there really wasn't a whole lot of direction to give.
Mm-hmm.
Because there wasn't a whole lot for the actors to interact with.
Right.
It was more of the dialogue and those kinds of things. So I was like, I don't really know what I would have, if we were in our old way that we used to do things, I would have probably given the direction a 1.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the direction was other than dark and foreboding and do that. And additionally with the visuals, much like we've seen in the past couple of years, we've been transitioning into darkness. So very dark. The jump scares or the things that were in there that you can see in the previews, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really take anything away from it visually. It wasn't visually stunning or anything else like that. I know that there were some practical effects that looked pretty nice. And you mentioned the young lady that won a couple of awards or has done some movies for the makeup effects and the FX
the effects artist. Yeah, she's worked on a couple other prominent films and TV shows.
So in those scenes where it gets its R rating from, where it says bloody, I can definitely see that. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, it was just, you were staring at a screen for quite some time. I don't know if it really took it over the top, for me at least.
Well, like some of the movies that we've watched recently, or I mean ever, but it's like they tried so hard to get it to be an hour and 38 minutes, but there were a lot of scenes that were like, okay, come on.
Right.
Like I thought some of them, because she was going on an interview or whatever. She was anyway, she was in her room, she was changing. Mm-hmm. I don't think that gives anything away.
I don't think so.
But we didn't need to see her try on every outfit and look at it, because if there were any jump scares, it was like after the scene.
Right.
It wasn't, I mean, there were a couple jump scares throughout, but not enough to warrant the slow scenes, in quotes, to be as long as they were.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I think
some of these things, some of these movies that are out there today, like what we've been talking about, maybe they should just be
an hour,
a series or something like that,
yeah.
or like a collection of stories. Maybe that would make it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because stretching out those scenes, you know, especially you'll see this in the previews. She's standing in the street looking around.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to do that. I don't know if you need to get ready for 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, those things add up.
Yeah, because we never see the next day, so we're never going to see her use these outfits.
Right.
Like, what's the point?
Right. No, I hear you completely.
And to be completely honest, I think if each scene were shorter and the movie was, say, 58 minutes, you shave, 30 minutes off of it?
Right.
No, that'd be 100. No,
it'd be
38.
Yeah.
No, 30
No,
minutes.
it would be an hour.
Yeah, let's just say it's an hour.
Right.
If the movie was an hour and all of those fluff scenes, I guess, got shortened, I think the audience would have had a much better impression of the movie.
Not trying to throw this out there. We don't want to jam it down your throats, but if this was a Black Mirror episode, I think it would have been much more well executed.
Yes.
And I think it would have actually been like, oh, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in here.
Yeah, because if things were more fast paced, some of the scenes weren't so slow, and they still didn't get to the point like how it was. If the story was exactly the same, the writing was exactly the same, it was just sped up.
Right.
I don't think it would really get bad reviews with Black Mirror either, because even if it had no point, it meant for you to think about it.
Well, and it would have cut out exactly to what you're saying, would have cut out some of those fluff scenes.
Yeah.
Some of those scenes for people to take in. I mean, it's encouraging you to take your own interpretation with it and how life works in certain ways. But it would have cut down on that fluff, and I think it probably would have been a little bit more well received, which leads me into the overall.
Yeah.
I gave it a 2.8.
Oh, okay.
And I said I would never watch it again because I think it was too smart for its own good. Exactly what we were just talking about, which I thought was a cool transition into what I thought about the movie, which was you can't give the audience that much creativity in their own mind, because then it's just like reading a book. I mean, you could have easily read that book and come away with the same kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what the director was going for. I think there was something more there. I just wish that he had done a little bit better job doing that. I said, if you have Paramount Plus, watch it once. If you don't, hopefully none of these companies get mad at us. I wouldn't pay for it.
I would not pay for it. If you have Paramount Plus, watch it, because then you can see what we're talking about and you can listen to the extended version. You can see how our ideas might relate to some of yours based on what happens in the movie.
Right.
I said I would give it a 2.95 out of 5 for watchability.
Okay.
But I would give it a 4 out of 5 for giving you the feeling of what it's like to have a mental illness.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense?
I mean, why are you saying that?
Okay, so
because now you're gonna have to be a little bit vulnerable with our audience.
Oh man, Ashley being vulnerable. Come on now.
I know.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you what I wrote.
Okay.
Because I just wrote my own whatever.
Right.
I said, ultimately, I loved the uncomfortability of the audience experience. It really gives the audience an idea of what living with a mental illness feels like. However, I didn't like the execution.
Okay.
It was slow, and there were a lot of open-ended scenarios and things that weren't explained, which I can relate to with a mental illness because there aren't explanations to the things you're feeling.
Okay, and what do you mean by that?
Specifically, I have bipolar disorder. So a lot of times I'll feel like out of control just in one moment. And it's completely unexplained. I have no idea why I feel this way. There's no catalyst. It feels like there's no end in sight. You have no idea why it's here. You have no idea what's going on. And you're completely confused. And I feel like this movie did a good job. I can only speak on the things that I have. So like bipolar is one thing that I'm diagnosed with. So I can speak on that, but I can't speak on different.
Bipolar 1 or 2?
Bipolar 2.
People are going to, because you said diagnosed with.
Oh, yes. So just in case anyone needs to know, ADHD, anxiety, OCD, bipolar, the whole gambit. But anyway, today.
Oh, that's looking at you, huh?
The one thing. Oh, just call me the queen.
Sorry, I was trying to do my best Gambit impression from Deadpool.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yes, you do. You saw it. Yeah, it was Channing Tatum's character in Deadpool.
Oh,
You looking good, mon chéri. Look at this. Yeah, you got the whole Gambit, huh?
that is so funny. Oh man, his accent was so out of control in that movie.
But he's from Louisiana.
It was so interesting.
He's from Louisiana, and he said that's, deep Louisiana with the Creole people. Sometimes that's what it is.
We got Gambit, and then you got the Queen's Gambit, which was also the girl in Furiosa, which is also Mad Max, which is also kind of like Deadpool Wolverine.
Very, very true. What is
Bring it
it?
back to Anna Taylor-Joy or whatever her name is.
Yeah, the 7 separations of Kevin Bacon, but now it's the 7 separations of Deadpool.
Or Gambit.
Or not Gambit specifically, but yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I don't know.
That's okay.
Based on what she was feeling or what she was experiencing, Polly, the main character, Dakota Fanning, experiencing in this movie, it reminded me of how, and I mean, I am not diagnosed with schizophrenia, but it reminded me of like something someone would feel in schizophrenia with potential like audio and visual hallucinations and paranoia.
It's kind of, okay. They've done that in a couple different movies, but that was more of, it wasn't themselves. It was themselves interacting with another character. Is that more what you're referencing? Because so in A Beautiful Mind, they know that person has, I guess, what you wouldn't necessarily define as schizophrenia, but people think it's that. But
dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah, are they two separate things?
Yes. So dissociative identity disorder is what used to be called multiple personality disorder. So like the guy from Split.
Right. Or
if you have seen it, yes. If you haven't, no.
Well, they talk about it quite a bit throughout the movie.
Well, I didn't know until the end. It's like Sixth Sense.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so you'll have to bleep that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So you're in the preview, when you're seeing it, you're thinking like, oh, maybe this is a schizophrenic breakdown or like a breakdown from society.
Yes, and the part that specifically made me feel that way is when she was on the phone with her dad. He says, "Oh yeah, remember when you used to ask me if there were monsters under your bed? There were never any there." It was kind of like very dismissive.
Right.
And it made me feel like he thought she was paranoid, or maybe she felt like she was being paranoid because she's like, "You're right, there wasn't anything there," but I still felt that way.
Sure.
And she was getting the phone calls, and I'm like, okay, maybe those are audio hallucinations.
So you ranked it at 2.95 for the watchability of the movie, but you're saying like if somebody who struggles with it...
2.95, that's pretty high. Maybe 2.82.
Listen, you don't need to change that, but you were saying that maybe this, and especially with what Brian wrote, the director wrote, about his panic attacks and stuff, maybe it's a good watchability movie for people to see what it might be for someone to struggle with a bipolar disorder or schizophrenia.
Yeah, or like a psychotic episode or depression. I wrote, additionally, unlike a physical ailment, a lot of people are dismissive to people who are struggling with mental illness and overlook how people are feeling because they just don't understand it.
Right, because you're not experiencing on the outside.
Right. And it's not like, I hope that people aren't dismissing it because they don't think it exists. I hope it's because they just don't understand it.
Well, I think there's a twofold thought process behind that, right? Number one is, I think a lot of people don't understand it. I didn't understand it before we were married. And then as I got to know you more and we walked through those things, it kind of made a little bit more sense.
And I didn't understand it my entire life because I wasn't diagnosed until I was 30.
Right. But any time that you see it in a movie, you automatically think like, oh, this person's bipolar. They're insane. All the time.
Yes.
If they say they're bipolar, that means that one moment they're going to be singing and the next moment they're going to be beating their cat.
Right. Right.
That's not the way that it actually works. So
exactly.
A misunderstanding. And then additionally, I think what we were just talking about is that there's been people that have kind of abused those kinds of diagnoses and have utilized it to get away with things. And so society then kind of moves backwards on things because they're afraid. They're saying, oh, it's all hoax. It's all a joke. You can work through it. Just rub some dirt on it, throw some aspirin on it. You're good.
Yeah.
But really, when you see how debilitating it is for some people that are out there, it's like, wow, to your point, if you're watching this through that lens, to see somebody who feels like they're completely alone.
Exactly.
And then goes out into the street, which you can see in the preview, so this isn't a spoiler, goes out in the street, starts yelling in the street, none of the lights come on.
Yeah.
Because they feel so locked.
Yes.
I mean, that's a huge, huge feeling of emptiness and aloneness.
Exactly.
That could, potentially lead someone or spiral someone down a path that they don't really want to go down.
I agree. So at the end, I said if it was about mental illness, which I wrote this before I read the writer-director interviews. So at this point, I didn't even know if it was about mental illness or not. Thank God, at least it was at some part.
It was inspired by it.
Inspired by it, thank goodness. Because I said if this was about mental illness, I think I would have liked if there were a message in it about how mental illness feels. Because for the average viewer, it was kind of like a mind. And the lack of clarity doesn't really help with the mental health aspect of it, because I don't think the average viewer would read that far into it. Like, they wouldn't do the research that we're doing,
Right.
So,
that's been a constant thing that when I go to work and talk to any of my coworkers about some of the movies that they've seen, because we do the deep dives, I think one of the biggest ones that I was able to help them out with was Cinders.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that I know anything or you know anything about that. It's just sometimes we don't want to, we just want to be removed from our own reality for a couple of hours.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to do the deep dive in going to see Captain America, Civil
Winter
War.
Soldier.
Yeah, or Winter Soldier. I just want to go there and watch some bad guys get beat up.
Yes.
But sometimes, one of the best things that we can do is learn about what the thought process was behind something, because it helps you understand the product. And to your point, what you said very earlier, to bring it full circle, the art that's out there. Because if you hear from the artist, it helps you understand what the vision was.
Yeah. And I think with his vision, it was inspired by mental health. But if you were trying to make a statement about mental health, then you should have put something in the movie that said it. Otherwise, it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help remove the stigma. It doesn't help with anything if no one knows what it's about.
Well, excellent job. Another movie reviewed, but before we leave, we got to see what's hot
from the audience.
The interwebs.
Yes, exactly.
Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? Because I have 2 1-stars and 2 5-stars.
Okay, I have several that are very short, and I'm just going to read them all very fast.
You're just going to go right from the gates?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just do a brief pause in between each one, but then I'm just going to go on to the next, because then they're all like 1 star.
You're doing all 1-stars? Or are there any
just for now. Just for this one part.
Here we go.
Okay, this is going to be long. I'm not going to read... Oh, they don't have titles because I got them on Google.
Fantastic.
Oh, wait, what does yours start with? I shouldn't say what yours is.
You have no idea what mine are.
I don't?
No.
Okay. I'm starting with 1-star reviews now. 1. I watched 35 minutes and 21 seconds of it. Slow. Boring. No foreseeable plot. Rambling.
Okay.
Dakota Fanning is an excellent actor, and even she couldn't make it work. 2. So boring. Not scary at all. There's no point to it, and it drags. There isn't even an explanation regarding the box, and that's because the whole movie is focused around the box. I'd give 0 stars if I could.
Can I just
Yes.
as a real quick one?
Yes.
They missed a very cool one they could have done, like
What?
the end of 7. What's in the box? What's in the box? They could have easily done that because that's from 7.
Oh my gosh, you're right. They didn't even say it.
Yeah, because they said the whole movie is about the box. I'm like, oh.
Did you
been a good
notice
one.
what? I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
Oh,
Continue.
no. That's it.
I loved it. Because I know that reference. That was based on Seven Deadly Sins, right?
Yes.
That was a amazing movie. Amazing movie.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen it,
that,
you should definitely see it.
It's literally just called Seven.
Yeah, you don't want to know what's in the box, but it's a great movie.
You don't want to know anything about the movie because going into it, outside of the Seven Deadly Sins, it is a very, very incredible movie. Young Brad Pitt, young Gwyneth Paltrow, young Morgan Freeman, and just really, really well done. I don't know how people feel out there about another gentleman that's in that movie, but I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say his name.
I don't know who it is, so
I know.
we're good.
That's good.
I'm like, I just remember it reminded me of like Law and Order or something.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Kind of.
Or like Law and Order, Bones, all those shows like kind of wrapped up into one.
Exactly. Okay. 3. Usually there's an explanation at the end of a movie. For me, there was none. It did not make sense. It should have stopped 15 minutes before it actually ended. Would not recommend. 4. Vicious movie of 2025. Makers of movies making any damn movies in the name of, quote, horror. This movie is of a horrible, painful, pointless plot. Poor performances. Bad cinematography and third-rate direction. Please avoid watching this film. And then I'm just going to read a couple quotes from other ones.
I don't think that you should.
No?
I think that's probably enough.
I thought it was very interesting that almost every single one-star review that I read said they didn't understand it or that it was boring. Someone said they turned it off 3 times in the middle and then watched it for the train wreck action to watch the end of the movie. Like, I couldn't tell you how many people there were
that
dozens.
That might have been one of the ones that I got.
Really? Dozens of them said I didn't understand it. So then, because I don't read these until after I write my review.
Oh, of course.
So it was although it was sad, it was very comforting that I was not there alone. Because a lot of times my opinions are very different than the societal norm. So this was very different for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I just throwing it out there. I know it just came out on the 10th. There's a lot of negativity out there.
I could not believe how negative it was.
It's pretty bad. So let me read my 2 reviews.
Yeah, okay.
And what I did with this first review, just so that way everybody knows, is I wrote down the movies these other people directed because I was like, oh, this person just said words and I don't think anyone's going to know. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Also, I noticed that in their reviews, 3 people referenced other movies. Do you have any idea what those 2, there were 2 movies. 2 people referenced one person referenced another.
What, that they would compare this movie to?
Mm-hmm.
Malignant or Hereditary?
No. 2 people referenced that it was like the movie The Box.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, maybe that's why. And one person said 1408. And I was like, where on earth did you get that?
You know what's weird is I saw somebody else say that, but they said the female version of 1408. And I'm like, okay, I mean, maybe. Because when John Cusack goes in there, he's locked in that room. By the way,
I guess
this is not a spoiler alert. If you want to go listen to our review of 1408, we also have it on here.
Yes, and now that we're doing spoiler episodes, we might record another extended version with spoilers.
Potentially. But yeah, I saw somebody say a female version of 1408, and I was like, not necessarily, but I could see it.
But just because the actress is a female? Like, that's the only reason?
No, because they were locked in the house. There wasn't any escape.
Oh, well, I guess. I just don't like when it's like the female version because I don't like this one as much as the other one.
No, well, of course not.
Don't criticize females and don't criticize Dakota Fanning. She was great. She was great. So was John Cusack.
And nobody said anything about either one of those 2 people. So there you go.
I wish she did one that wasn't 1408.
Maybe she really did enjoy 1408.
Maybe she did.
And so she was like, oh, it's a female version of one of my favorite movies.
Nice. Yeah. I just think like, okay, it's like 1408. It doesn't have to be the female version. It's just another version.
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from, where people have compared it to other movies. I'm just saying in the review that I'm about to read,
Okay.
this guy started naming off directors, and I'm like, I should probably look up what in the world these other directors have made.
I'm very interested in this. So this is what an audience review said?
Yes.
Okay.
His name was Chris.
Oh, okay.
He gave it a 1 star.
Is that his name or his real name?
No.
Okay.
With the exception of Mike Flanagan, do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. He wrote The Haunting of Bly Manor, Doctor Sleep, The Haunting of Hill House, The Fall of the House of Usher.
No way.
Ari Aster, who wrote Midsummer and Hereditary.
What?
And James Wan, who wrote the whole Conjuring universe,
Yes.
Malignant, and the whole Insidious universe. I'm convinced people don't know how to write horror anymore because this movie was trash. That's on me, though, because I should have known when I had to come back to it 3 times and attempt to finish that, it was going to be a disappointment.
Oh, no.
I want better for Dakota Fanning. SMH. End of review.
Oh, my gosh. That is so crazy.
Okay.
I mean, those, I can't with those directors. Now, those, spoiler alert that we're not going to take out of our spoiler-free version, any movies or things by those directors, I would recommend.
So just as a throwback, because I just got done reading it, Mike Flanagan, Haunting of Bly Manor, because I did this with Fall Guy, The Haunting of Bly Manor, The Haunting of Hill House, Doctor Sleep, and The Fall of the House of Usher,
Okay.
plus more. Those were the ones that I was like, oh.
Those are the ones we've seen.
Right.
Okay.
Ari Aster, Midsummer, Hereditary, plus a bunch of other ones.
Those ones are so disturbing, but if you haven't seen them, you should see them.
And then James Wan, who does the Conjuring
Conjuring.
universe, did Malignant, and then also the Insidious universe. Those were the 3 that were mentioned in this 1-star review.
I'm so glad you looked them up, too. Oh, my gosh. To be honest, anything by Mike Flanagan, I mean, I had no idea who directed those, but every single, because those are limited series. Those aren't movies, right? Or has he done movies?
Doctor Sleep is a movie.
And it's long.
Correct.
So he does more like lengthy things. But those all had like an intro, a plot, the story, and an ending that made you like want more.
Right.
And the metaphors or whatever, I mean, they might not even be metaphors, I can't remember, but whatever the stories were outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Highly recommend anything by Mike Flanagan now that I know what his name is.
So good on you, Chris. If you're out there and that's your review, that's your 1-star review about this movie.
Oh,
At
yes.
least you turned on other people to other great directors.
Were you done with that?
Yeah, that was the end of that review. Now I have another
Wait,
one.
wait, wait,
I have
wait.
one more 1-star
What did
review.
he say about them?
He said, with the exception of Mike Flanagan, Ari Aster, and James Wan, I'm convinced people don't know how to write horror anymore because this movie was trash. That's on me, though, because I should have known when I came back to it 3 times in an attempt to finish it that it was going to be a disappointment. I want better for Dakota Fanning. SMH. Period. End of review. So I have one more 1-star review by a person named Andy. And this person said, I know when it comes to movies, people can either agree or disagree whether it was good or not. That's the reason why we have subjectivity. But this movie is terrible. Really, really, really bad. I cannot recommend this movie to anyone. Do not watch. End of review.
Oh no. I do feel so bad. Like reading all of these 1 stars, it's very sad.
Well, I also have some 5 stars.
Oh yes, me too.
Okay, so why don't you hit us with some 5 stars then? So we end on a positive note for Vicious.
We have to.
Yeah, we don't ever want to leave you guys with a very negative feeling.
Exactly. Okay. So there were 2 5 stars that I have a question about the second one, or I have more
Of a statement?
I want to have a discussion with you about the second one.
Okay.
Okay, so my first 5-star review says the title is Excellent Movie, Not for the Faint-Hearted.
Okay.
This movie was incredible and had me on the edge of my seat from beginning till end. Exceeded my expectations. I can't wait to see more from the entire cast. I had to pause it halfway through and started looking around the house, a little freaked out. The special effects were excellent. Definitely deserves a second viewing. A second viewing?
Does this person work at a funeral home? Isn't that what a viewing is? I don't know what is happening.
Can you believe it?
Yikes. Was that somebody who's on the cast?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
I thought, but maybe not.
Okay. Okay, and your second one? Or should I read my first 5-star?
I'll let you read it, and then I'll read my longer one.
This one's by Sean.
Okay.
Only 2 stars? People, this movie was great. Y'all like some dumb crap to give this 2 stars. LOL. End of review.
That is so
And by the way,
funny.
Sean, if you're out there, I really helped you out with your punctuation. That was one gigantic run-on sentence. So get it together out there.
You did a fantastic job.
I had to go back to my hometown roots because there's a lot of people out there that say a lot of interesting things. So,
Okay. This is my second 5-star review. Release the real. Okay. The title is very odd because it says release the real in parentheses Bertino version, but the writer-director is Bertino.
right, it's Brian Bertino.
Right. So I don't know why they put it in parentheses. Wouldn't
Maybe
they put
they're
it
saying
like
that what they're saying is like, you know how Zack Snyder, you don't know this because you didn't see the movie, but a couple years back, there was a whole thing with the Dawn of Justice and the Superman that came out. Zack Snyder had an extended version of the movie because it went longer than what the studios wanted. That extended version was very, very well received. However, the movie that was put out into theaters was people like trashed it. So I think what this person is saying is like, hey, maybe because it had to go to a studio and was edited, maybe there's different endings or there's more to add into.
So they're giving more credit to Bertino because they're
Correct.
saying not release the real version, release the real Bertino version. Like
Correct.
this is what the director actually wanted.
Right. He probably had to cut out a lot of stuff that maybe made it make more sense, potentially.
Okay, so it says, so I saw this last year and loved it. So I was super excited to get to watch it again when I saw it streaming. I gotta say, although much of it is the same, there are a huge couple of scenes missing that change the entire movie. I'm so disappointed because it was incredible, and now it really feels watered down in comparison. The studio must have had some reason, but man, this is just not as bleak or effective. Still a beautiful movie, and I want justice for Bertino and Fanning, because this was really an incredibly interesting film before it got the chop. Paramount, if you see this, please release the real version. End of review.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that they go to test screenings.
Yes.
Or they have the family members that get like the watermark versions ahead of time and they watch them to see what people's reactions are going to be. So yeah, maybe when, I don't know, maybe in a couple months, a year, maybe they'll release an extended version that might add some more scenes into it that maybe make it a little bit better.
Why would they take out the most important scenes though?
Sometimes directors have different ideas about the way that movies should end, and studios see it a different way. They always want the white hat to win, right?
Yeah.
They don't, they always want the guy to ride off into the sunset. They want him to do this. They want him to do that. And sometimes when you're making it, that's not what it's supposed to be. But, they might think that something is better than what you're bringing to the table. And because they're the ones writing the checks, they get to say. So it's a very interesting, I hadn't heard that perspective. So that's really cool to hear. And maybe there will be an extended version.
I agree, because now hearing this, if there is an extended version, I'd actually want to watch it. Just to see, like, what do you think it's about? Like,
Well,
what if
I
it
want
was
to
a
see
little...
the scenes that were taken out and just put it together for myself, because I definitely don't watch that whole movie again.
No. I'd want to know what the scenes were so I could
Right.
watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if, like, what would you want another... Like, for me, I guess I'll say it first, and then I want to ask you the same question. For me, I kind of hope that they would maybe have a little bit more backstory of Kathryn Hunter's character before she gets to the door.
Well, I think that there should have been more background on all the characters.
Yeah, for sure.
And then a really good idea about the relationship between her and her family, why they say the things that they're saying, and then really what her life looks like at the end, instead of it just kind of
it just
ending.
ends. Yeah.
Right. So those would be the things that I would say, but
Okay.
I mean, who knows? I didn't write it, so maybe they wrote it in a totally different way, and there's much more intrigue than even I know.
Interesting. I really wish they said the scenes or like what it explained or something.
Yeah. Well, here is my last 5-star review.
Okay.
This is from Matthew.
Nice.
Liked it. Hell of a movie. Probably one of my favorite new ones this year. Watch it alone. Any horror movie fans will enjoy. Thumbs up emoji. End of review.
Nice. The best film of the year. How many have you seen?
I should have looked up what else he'd reviewed at the time.
We could.
No,
Not right now.
Yeah.
Later.
Right.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Always.
So ultimately, I would not recommend Vicious.
I would say if you can watch it for free, watch it for free.
Do not pay $9.99.
Don't pay anything. If you are looking for more information, just check out the Google reviews, and I think it'll probably be a little more informative than all the reviews that we could read here.
Yeah, I got these stats, so I can share it, I guess.
Sure.
The Google reviews were 2.3 out of 5.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter was 2.25 out of 5.
Okay.
The popcorn meter, which is for, I think, average viewers,
Okay.
1.6 out of 5.
Yikes.
I know, and IMDb was 2.45 out of 5.
Oh, man.
So none of them gave even 2.5. None of them even got half.
Yikes.
So it's a disappointment.
If you do want to watch this and you do listen to it, go into it with the thought process that Ashley brought up. And obviously take your own ideas into it, but go in there with a thought process like that, because it might help out the movie a little bit more.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it from that perspective, and maybe that is, after hearing and reading the interviews, maybe that is where the director was going. But to your own point, I don't know that I would recommend for anyone to see this if you didn't already have Paramount Plus. If you have to pay for it, especially $14.99, at least for me, unless the price comes down on it, or, I mean, I guess if you guys are huge, Brian Bertino or Dakota Fanning fans, Dakota Fannings?
Dakota Fannings.
I wouldn't pay for this in my own thought process.
I agree. And I would probably pay up to $5.99 for every single movie that we mentioned on our Spooktacular series.
Oh, yeah.
But I would not pay for it for this movie.
No. Unless you guys are all getting together and
splitting the price with 14 of your favorite friends.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone wanted to pitch it $1.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, you can pay 98 cents. They'll each pay $1. You hosted them, right? Come on.
Exactly.
But
well, thank you for another awesome microsode.
Thank you.
It was vicious.
Ooh, nice.
And we will see you next time on
Microsodes.
Stake me out tonight. I don't want to let you go till we catch this guy.
We already have a theme song.
That concludes this meeting.